Hey everybody, it is Dave back with you today, getting in some training on a very nice December 9th day here in Charlottesville, Virginia. I just finished doing what I think will be about 7 miles of a training run. I took it easy. I haven't been on the water in a few weeks now, so I didn't want to go crazy. When I started paddling today, it was actually raining, but as I paddled on, the nicer the weather got, and the sun actually came out here at the end. Today I was paddling my Westside Boat Shop Wave XL kayak. You see it sneaking into the picture here. And I've seen a lot of questions online recently about boat designs and what makes a boat fast. Are longer kayaks slower or faster? Just a lot of questions. And it's the time of year, I get it. A lot of people are not on the water right now. So that gives us time to think about the spring and our paddling and how to improve it and what our next boat might be. So I get it. This is the time of year people kind of really dig into sort of the physics and the mechanics behind the sport. And I thought it'd be a good opportunity to explain one aspect of Westside Boat Shop kayaks to you. I'm going to let you take a look at the bow of this kayak, and then we're going to blow our entire graphic design and graphic imaging budget department. We're going to blow that entire budget this evening and show you a little animation of what I'm talking about. So let's go look at the front of this boat. Okay, so this is the bow design of the Westside Boat Shop Wave XL, and a lot of Westside boats have the same bow design. And I purposely didn't wipe this boat down yet because you can see maybe where the water line is. It comes straight across here, and then the water hits right there when you're in the boat and it's on the water. So this is slicing right through the water, which is what you want. You want that boat in the water, parting water as quickly as you possibly can. You don't want a bow that's going to ride up over the waves. You want one that cuts through it. And then you see at the top of the design here, there's plenty of boat above the water, and it actually flares out. And I'll give you another angle here in a minute. So if the waves do get choppy or you're going through some rapids, when they come up, it's going to tend to want to lift the boat up to go up and over those waves. Now, if I can pull this off one-handed here, when we look at this bow from the front, it is just a very, very knife-like bow here, very sharp. So that's what you want to make a boat fast. You want it very, very narrow in the bow, cutting through those waves, and then you want it to you want all that energy going forward in a straight line. You don't want it to go up and over any bow wakes or anything like that. So I'll be back in just a few minutes through the magic of editing. All right, so we're digging deep into the budget here on graphics, and I just want to show you, if these are waves and this is a typical kayak, some of them will actually ride up kind of up over the waves here. You see the waves do not hit kind of in the middle. And some of these, and even surfski, some surfski designs, you got to watch because they're designed for people of a specific weight. And you want the water line to be in that front bow section. Sometimes it hits just under it. And when that happens, every time you hit a wave, your boat goes up and then comes back down until it hits the next wave. And then it goes back up, and then it comes back down. And then it goes back up and it comes back down, and your energy is being wasted in the Y position, the up and down position. You don't want your boat to be, you don't want wasted energy going up and down. You want your boat to go straight. And there's something in kayaks called the volume. And the volume is basically the amount of air. Think of it as the amount of air inside the kayak. So the bigger this thing is, the more volume in the boat, the higher it's going to float in the water. When it goes through waves, the more it's going to want to pop up. All right, so there's a time and a place for a high volume boat, especially whitewater kayakers. They want something that's not going to go deep in. They want it to kind of just get pushed up and float over those waves. But if you're in the racing or speed or touring, you don't really want to waste a lot of energy in a boat that's just constantly going up and down, or a surfski, because you're not heavy enough to sink that bow deep enough to get that energy going in a straightforward position. There's a blooper. All right. There's another kayak design, K1 sprint kayaks that kind of look like this, Well, they're just made to be really, really fast through flat water. So when they encounter waves, they're going to tend to just like pierce straight through the wave, all right? They're not going to really float up and over, which can be okay, but you've also got a lot of water at that point coming up over the deck and potentially into your cockpit. So you got to be aware of that. Sometimes these manufacturers will put wave deflectors on these, or you can put in aftermarket wave deflectors so that when that water comes up and over, these deflectors splash that water away from going into the cockpit. But it is another design. It's too knife-like, and it's just going to cut through everything. You're going to get a lot of water up on the deck, and you're going to get a lot of water in your cockpit. Westside Boat Shop kayaks kind of combine the best of both worlds. If this is your water line here, above that water line, these boats flare out. So it kind of does this above the water line, all right? So when you hit the wave, these are going to be submerged right, in the sharp port of the bows, actually cutting through the water. So it's splitting those waves, pushing that water apart, and that gives you speed. All your momentum is going in the forward direction, this way. And then if you do hit some big waves, because of that flaring above the water, it's going to tend to pick the bow of the boat up and then bring it back down, and then you're ready to cut through the next wave. All right? So it really does combine the best of both worlds. It gives you a boat that slices through the water, but if you do hit some waves, above the water line, it's going to tend to lift the bow of the boat up so you can go over it. And that's really the magic and the unique advantage and value of Westside Boat Shop kayak hull designs. So there you have it. I'm going to let this video go with some pictures of the bow of the Westside Boat Shop Wave Excel kayak. The particular cutout here that you see really is more representative of the Westside Boat Shop Marauder kayak, because it's got a little bit taller, steeper bow, and it's pretty much flat, and this makes that particular boat 21 feet long in its waterline, and the waterline length has a lot to do with this too. So you just check out both designs. If you're going to get a surf ski, get in it and paddle it. Make sure your weight is proper for the boat, because you want to get that bow deep enough in the water to slice through that water. If you're too light for the boat, you're just going to ride up over all these waves and waste energy doing this when you want to be doing this. All right, talk to you soon. Be healthy, be safe, and I'll talk to you soon and see you on the water.
When you want an extraordinary racing kayak made in the finest American tradition, or maybe just own a piece of American kayaking history, you want a Westside Boat Shop kayak, now available from davethekayaker.com. Westside Boat Shop kayaks. The tradition continues.